Kyra's stuck. Hide. Do something. What in the world took him so long to get that shot right there? Kyra might go down in a moment. Luckily, she'll be making the dropship that's coming back in 9 seconds, but Hank needs to keep himself alive.
We've got 2 dropships, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Here it comes. Needs to survive, and there we go. He has survived just long enough to bring in the next wave of dropship as Rusty's going to be going in. They didn't even get any health damage coming into this, though.
Oh, the assault did not make the dropship.
What?
Did not push B. What is it? What is that on PC by default?
It's B right now.
On console, it's circle. Yeah, it's B. He did not hit B to go back to the dropship, so he's going to be making the next dropship. It's up to Kyra and Jack to finish off this monster. No, that's not going to work, guys. This monster knows what he's doing. Pick up that rock and toss it right into the dropship as they jump out.
Oh, yeah, they had to burn a jetpack right off the start to make sure they didn't get hit by it, but it's going to be just barely enough. Here comes everything. They have a 2.5 minute timer on dropship, even throwing the dome right now because they've got nothing else to do, and just pulls it up just for the sake of it. And here we go. We got Tripaseka on the run, Pukin trying to get everything, but he does get stealth pounced, which means that Fresh is going to be taking a victory for Team IC, putting into the score of 1-1, moving on to the other side to see how his Hunter team does as he takes a victory, making it a tie on his side.
Solid performance right there by Fresh. Lost that last game as Wraith, but won as Goliath on Wraith Trap. Excellent work right there. And unfortunately, the Hunters just could not get back onto the map. If Hank would have cloaked and survived while all the other Hunters redeployed, they might have been looking okay to take down Fresh in that Stage 3 fight. But I guess it really cascaded when Jack was eliminated. No more Jack mitigation with that repulsor glove, and that means no more domes as well. So that's the W. Current score is 1-1 as we see it here on this side. IC versus LFC, it is 1-1. We may get a tiebreaker. Let me talk to Insane real quick and ask for the score.
Everyone they're doing the other side. We still have to switch sides and go do Inspector Cabot's Hunter team.
Yep.
So
I'm
we'll
not sure if they're playing right now.
No, they are waiting, I think. It's the other side that is playing right now with the 3rd, 4th place matches. Because all those guys gotta go.
You're right. Yeah. All right, so it is 2-0 in favor of Mini CP's team, and Mini is on Dome Destroyers. No, what's happening right now, actually, is the 3rd and 4th place games are being played right now. The 3rd and 4th place games are being played between Dome Destroyers and Exploding Wraiths, and Mini CP's team, Dome Destroyers, is up right now. 2-0.
Yeah, so, well, it's currently 1-1 on this side. It's 2-0 on the 3-4 matches. So we'll have to see how they do and how they change things up. They have just seen what was played for this side on the IC Monster. We'll have to see how that impacts their Hunter play. They might choose to be a lot more defensive in regards to how they play it because they know they have to win both these matches in order to make sure they don't go to a tiebreaker. But the same goes for LFC's Monster, who is Veracor. He has to make sure that he's winning these 2 matches, which means he's going to be trying to play his best, making sure he not only has the damage required, but also the ability to remove anything that the Hunter team can throw at him. He's going to have to put everything he's got into these matches in order to try and avoid a tiebreaker scenario. So we're going to go with the first bans coming in. We're looking at Kraken getting picked up, immediately getting banned. So we'll have to make sure that...
also banned. Kraken and Torvald are banned right off the bat. We got the picks coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll read those to you guys in just a moment as they are getting picked. But yeah, let me clarify what's going on right now. The 3rd and 4th place game is being played right now behind the scenes. Dome Destroyers are up 2-0, and we are going to be switching sides here on IC versus I almost said LSD. Versus LFC is what's going on right now. IC versus LFC is going on right now. The current score is 1-1. Dome Destroyers and Exploding Wraiths is going on right now as well. Behind the scenes, and the current score for that is 2-0. That is the final say on what's going on. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, the picks are as follows. Picks of bans. Kraken has been banned. Assault was called first. Torvald banned. Parnell picked. Trapper is up next. Jack has been banned, and the Trapper pick is going to be, I'm going to guess Crow is going to be the Trapper for IC. We are switching sides, ladies and gentlemen, to clarify, so we are going back to Orbital Drill, and the loser of this match gets to pick the next map out of the TGL map pool, not including Distillery, because that's available in tiebreakers only. The Medic ban is going to be Slim?
Slim? Okay.
Okay, we haven't seen Slim all day, but he's banned by Slim. Slim is absolutely not going to be picked for this game. Not that I thought he was going to be picked. They're going to pick Val.
Oh,
That
they have
Slim's in
Val
band.
on the board. Like, it's Val or Kyra. It's one of the two. It's probably going to be Val if I had to bet because of
Probably
the
Val.
power of Tranks versus everyone but Kraken. Although Wraith it could work against if he does go Wraith because that is an option. But who knows? We've seen Wraith a lot today, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of Wraith, some Meteor Goliath, some Goliath, and a Bob, but no Kraken because Kraken's being banned left and right. And Val was picked.
It could. Like,
IC does pick Val.
okay. So we are on the next class.
And then, so Trapper and Medic and Assault have been picked. So support is last, and they're going to choose. Sunny has been banned, so they're going to choose Hank. Yep, that's exactly what happened. All right.
Yeah,
and then you
that's
guys
kind
go-
of been happening all day.
Monster's going to be. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure what LFC's Monster plays. We have not seen LFC's Monster today, have we?
I don't
And
know.
the
We'll have to
monster-
see what happens. I'm willing to bet Goliath or Meteor Goliath because I don't know. Those are the
Yeah.
ones that I would pick.
Meteor Goliath.
And
You're
there
right.
it is. Yeah, Meteor Goliath. Okay.
I was going to say Goliath. I think I slightly. I don't know. I haven't super religiously played Goliath or Meteor Goliath lately because I'm just playing lots and lots of Hunter. But Meteor Goliath was picked. I think I slightly prefer normal Goliath and competitive. But there we go. We got Meteor Goliath. So once again, guys, the picks are as follows: Val, Hank, Crow, Parnell versus Meteor Goliath. And we are switching sides. LFC is on the Monster, and IC are rocking the Hunters. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't ban Val and they banned Slim. Do they really not like Slim that much to where they'd rather take a Val?
I think that's
I'm
probably a
not
monster
certain.
decision because some monsters really can't handle Slim. Like the way, like his Spore Cloud. If you're playing on a
Spores.
small monitor, like say a 19-inch, and Spore Cloud comes in, that's terrible. On consoles, it's not that big of a factor because most of them are playing on like 40-inch TVs,
Is everyone ready?
so you can still see
Yeah.
the full
Yeah,
outlines
we're
and
ready.
everything. As we're hearing a little bit
yeah.
of the comm chatter right now. We're going into the game now. They're ready to go. They're ready to start, ready to brawl it out and see who's going in and taking
Good luck.
the win for the first match. It is currently
Good luck,
1-1,
everyone.
and I'm excited to see this game. What about you?
Have fun.
Oh, yeah. It is 1-1. Someone's got to pull ahead and take that W. Someone's got to take the top seeds that are currently available for TGL, which are seeds 6 and 7 right now. Winner gets seed 6, loser gets seed 7, and the winner of the losers bracket finals gets seed 8. Meanwhile, the last seed, or the last person, the fourth place person from today, is not going to be able to participate in TGL and not get their chance at almost $2,000. Thanks for dropping by, everyone in the chat. Be sure to follow the stream if you guys haven't already. And by the way, if any of you guys in the chat are going to PlayStation Experience, me and DB Sinclair, the man himself, the beard, the real life Hank, are going to be at PlayStation Experience. If you guys find us while supplies last, we'll give you free Evolve merch. I'll be carrying around posters that I'm pretty sure can't get anywhere else. Official Evolve posters, and DB will be carrying around maybe some other merch. Last time he gave away headbands and foam fingers and Evolve shot glasses, and I even think some figurines maybe. But if you find me and DB Sinclair at PlayStation Experience coming up on December 5th and 6th, we'll have some free stuff for you guys. And if you tweet at me at StillShampoo or you send me a Facebook message, I'll do my best to personally save you some items. So, free Evolve merch for you guys who are coming to hang out. Hopping into the match here, we're finally getting started. Current score is 1-1. We may see a tiebreaker. These are two really strong teams here duking it out.
We have
currently
Varicor
1-1.
for LFC on Meteor Goliath versus the Inspector Cabot Hunter team, which is Thonar, Inspector Xerox, which I'm guessing he's just making sure we say his name right. And we have...
Oh, I'm glad. I appreciate that. Oh, no, if you have a complicated name to say, I'm totally serious, competitive players. If your name is difficult to say and you give me like little pronunciation parentheses next to your name, super helpful. I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, so just making sure we got that right. We have Thonar, Monkey Cabot, and Generic coming in, trying to get this Meteor Goliath, who's going straight through the raceway, going towards any meats he can find, using the charge, and gets the first 6 meats coming out. We look at his build, we're going to see a 1 leap, 1 flame, 1 charge, trying to get every bit of mobility and farming that he can. But if you look at his perks, we're seeing damage output being changed instead of going with the traditional movement speed, which has been picked lately, just because he wants to be able to melt some faces and be the King Goliath that he is, ready to deal damage and just go right through this Hunter team. However, we do see movement speed on both Xerox and Generic, so we'll have to see what they do at this point. trying to make sure that they're able to keep up with him and deal constant damage with capacity on both Hank and Val, so they're constantly able to heal and shield. The perfect beam team are ready to charge and ready to brawl, ready to keep their teammates alive with move speed.
And of course, capacity Val, capacity Hank. That's an interesting thing to run on Val, capacity, but move speed, yeah, that's going to help the team cover some ground outside of domes on the chase rather than inside of domes. The dodging potential is a little bit lower because you're not running jetpack recharge. We had some shots being fired right here. Crow going in. I'm not sure why he decided to take some fast shots. I think those were fast shots with the long rifle rather than stasis. Not sure why he opted for that.
Look at Varicor going right in on MonkeyBot, trying to get as much damage as he can. Goes in for the leap, does connect. MonkeyBot is getting healed up by Thonar with that extra capacity. Everything's being done coming into effect, but Generic is right behind. Does actually dome him near the little township going here, which means that they're going to have a dome fight coming in at a stage 1 Meteor Goliath, seeing what they can pull out. Here comes the stasis gun getting put in. Doesn't connect, though, as right now we have Xerox looking to take out that wildlife, making sure that they don't get killed. Going to see what he can do with that Super Vulture. Finally getting everything he can. Going straight for MonkeyBot. MonkeyBot's on the top of the building, doing everything he can at half HP, getting healed up as quick as possible by Val. But Val can only heal so much as he's just having to dodge and mitigate everything. Lights everyone on fire with that Flame Breath coming in.
Damage.
And Orbital Barrage.
Orbital completely whiffs. It's not even going to make contact with anyone right there. And the monster just trying to continue to mitigate right here, climbing up on top of the rock. He's not evolved ready after leaving this dome. He's going to have to eat a couple meats and then find a nice comfy spot to evolve while the dome is on its 70-second cooldown. Dropping down here. There's a ton of food right here, unfortunately, that he cannot eat because of the heat that's coming out from these hunters. And the dome's going to run out in just a second. He's going to need to get to an exit area and dip out before Crow gets those stasis nades and before those tranks getting the Goliaths back. Looks like we aren't seeing any CC coming in from the hunters here at the end of the dome, and we only have actually less.
I think they look at the fact that they can just heal through any of the damage they deal, so long as they can get 2 health damage at some point with just Crow and Parnell. They're not going to have to worry about anything offensively because that'll be done by them. Defensively, like, they have a Val Hank, which is extremely strong. They don't feel that they need the tranks maybe because they have the shields to complement.
The original beam team right there, Val Hank.
This is a completely different style of playing Val than what we're normally used to seeing. We're normally seeing like a rotation between the tranks and the healing and the sniper as well. But instead we're just seeing a purely dedicated medic, which might be what they need in order to survive this game.
Moving down here through the beach. Our Goliath is ready to stage, but that dome is almost off cooldown. He does not have enough armor to handle another stage 1 fight without losing a significantly, painfully sad amount of damage. Of course, getting killed at stage 1, absolutely not what this monster wants right now for LFC. Showing off, this is the first time I've seen LFC's monster play today, actually ever in TGL.
Xerox is in a lot of trouble, and MonkeyBot gets grabbed by the Megamouth coming through. And that Megamouth has done so much damage. I wonder what the telemetry is on how many times that Megamouth specifically has killed someone. Because he's gone through, and that Megamouth is always cash value as a monster. Always gets you something. Because it just comes out of nowhere and grabs someone. But we see Thonar right now getting a hard problem, getting eaten by a Megamouth and then attacked by a Doom Beetle. Teammates are going to have to come in and save him. But Varicor is going to use this time to get some space and evolve. So they're going to have a rough time getting him on this Dome. But Dome is available and ready. However, they're getting slowed down by so much wildlife that they're not able to keep up.
Yeah, like you said, those Megamouths are causing some serious problems. And with that in mind, the monster has gotten a solid amount of distance on the hunters. I'm not entirely sure if they'll manage to get a Dome here. Nice little spot to evolve right here. Taking the stage 2, he's got 20% more armor, courtesy of the recent title update after the evolution. 3 rock, and then 1 in everything else. That really gives Meteor Goliath, if he didn't already have long-range potential with his longer leaps, longer charge, and farther flames, now with 3 rock, he's going to be tossing those rocks, and they're going to be extremely fast flying at the hunters.
It's not only that,
It's going
but
to be very difficult to dodge at closer ranges.
While he's CCing with his leap and his charge, he'll be able to just burst down anyone. And probably, if I had to guess, he's looking at MonkeyBot saying, hey man, you're looking kind of tasty over there. So he's looking at this ready to go and ready to fight, and Monkey's got to be in a great position in order to make sure that he gets protected. We're probably going to see more Tranks now that he is stage 2, because they're not worried about it stage 1. Gobi's being thrown, so we have the outline. We have Xerox going in to try and get some chip damage, whittling down that armor because he doesn't have full. Every bit of damage they can do before the Dome comes into effect. Rocket's thrown, half health Xerox right off the start. Stealth Pant's being used, has to use a shield to keep himself alive.